What is going on, everybody? Rose Senpai here with another video. Now, this is going to be more of a short video, so I'm going to go through these kind of fast. But I just want to do something where I discuss the news for each more relevant Dragon Ball games, especially right now, because there's so much. But I want to start off with Xenoverse. We already knew this for quite some time now, but Xenoverse is getting another DLC. It's gonna be about Broly and Sheila, and this kind of like some April Fool's joint because they tried to make it like it was gonna be a dating sim. I don't know, but either way, there's gonna be some. I think at least a new mode, new characters, of course, and new moves. Some people are saying hopefully there's gonna be a new awakening skill in this DLC. Not sure if it could happen, but I think it should. But with it being about Broly, it could only mean maybe potentially Legendary Super Saiyan. I haven't played Xenoverse in quite some time, but I don't know. It's just been so much content that's released since the last time I played it. I just don't know where to like get back in and start with the game. But yeah. How do you guys feel about Xenoverse getting a 20th DLC? This game's been around for almost 20 or almost 10 years. Game released in 2016. It's about to be 2026 in a couple of months. And this game would have been out for 10 years, which is crazy. I think by now they should have been doing more of a transition into another game, especially with all the DLCs. They could have just been, at this point, just a new story for the game to have. It's crazy. Next game, Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you know, I did used to play Dragon Ball FighterZ on this channel before I made the switch. FighterZ was my shit. But now, FighterZ is coming back after not having released a DLC character in years. They're releasing Daima Goku to the game. Now, I don't know if this is going to be enough to bring this game back. I really don't think so. I really wish that on top of releasing this character, they would release more characters, and potentially it could raise a spark that they could release this game or just push this game back out to people's agendas, because it used to be heavy amount of content for fighters. You used to see a lot of people just fighting, playing ranked. I know I was a person that was just looking at people playing in ranked matches because I was one of the ones playing ranked matches. Maybe this character could be the spark of bringing this game back over 2026 when this character does release. They just announced it. There hasn't been any gameplay or anything like that. We're not probably going to get anything till like the beginning of the year in 2026. He releases apparently in spring. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good step for fighters. Potentially a comeback may be happening. All right. Right here, these are all the last DLC characters from Season 3 that came out. You see, we had characters from 2019, 2020. Big year for fighters. We had UI Goku and Kefla. And then only 2 characters released in 2021, and it was Baby and Gogeta. And then we got an update for Lab Coat 21 in 2022, a whole year after Gogeta released. So Gogeta was pretty much the last DLC character coming from a season pass, and it's looking like they're doing the same thing for Daima Goku, how they did for Lab Coat 21. So hopefully, you know, like I said, this will spark up like another season pass, another string of characters they could potentially release, because we already know that they have like a lot of characters that have been left out that could be in this game, you know. So next thing, Sparking Zero, the second most recent Dragon Ball game, has this CAC mod. This is pretty much the biggest thing that's been happening with this game so far that I've been seeing a lot, that you're able to, you know, create your own character in Sparking Zero. Now, one thing that I want to ask is is it too much for like the devs to like put into this game? If somebody can mod it into the game and make it its own thing, then is it really hard for the devs to do it? Like, I feel like they could have incorporated this. They potentially could have even incorporated a new story into the game, because every time we play a Dragon Ball game that has a story mode, it's always including one thing, and it's the story that we've been watching for the last 25 years. All right, we want something new. Can we, like, you know, release this game, give us CAC content, don't make it like Xenoverse, make a standalone new type of story that we could, I don't know, I feel like you could give us anything as long as CAC is a part of it, and it should be fine. I don't think it was too much to ask if somebody can mod into the game and make it its own thing. Next, Gekishin Squadra. Now, you've seen the last video that I made on Gekishin Squadra, pretty much about Super Saiyan 3 Goku and how, you know, it's a free-to-play game. You gotta pay for them to play them, all that. In this developer letter that was released on October 10th, it doesn't touch on the fact that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is like that. Instead, they talk about trial heroes, which they're going to expand to 6 instead of 3, and they're going to also put in tier 1 characters. So, tier 1 characters being Cell, Android 18, and Hit. So there's going to be like a mix of those tier 1 trial characters in there. And I feel like that's okay, but they didn't touch on the fact that, you know, Goku is in the game, and we want to know, why do we have to pay for him and wait a whole, you know, couple of months before we're able to play him for free? Even still, when he does release for free, we have to grind for it, right? It does kind of take away the fact that the people that did spend money on this game was going to get them anyway. And it's like, if nobody spends money on the character, then, you know, it's not going to lead down a good road, basically. They also have these buffs and nerfs for characters, but I feel like it's going to be more or less buffs than nerfs, because right here at the hero balance adjustments, they said they're going to make balance changes on a seasonal basis, right? Every season there's going to be, of course, balancing. They observe the meta, they're responding to people, and they're going to increase the frequency of balance adjustments. So characters that are outperforming or just too good, or whatever the case may be, they're going to, you know, tone it down, because they say that they want each and every character to shine, right? They don't want no character to be overwhelmingly better than the other. They want everyone in the game to be on or off meta, whatever the case is, with buffs and nerfs. I don't know if these nerfs are going to hurt Goku. I played him a couple of times, but I didn't play him like that. And I know Boo is ass. Like, anytime you've seen somebody playing Boo, they either, you know, they just weren't good. So, good thing Boo did get an increase in what he had. And Goku did get a couple of good things, but he also have some nerfs for other things. Now, Gotenks. His release date is unknown, kinda, but he's coming soon, apparently. And what we're trying to see here is, if Gotenks gonna follow down the same pathway. I'm assuming he is, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Gotenks is gonna follow the same formula that they did for Goku, and he's gonna be released. You're gonna have to buy him to play him, and he's not gonna be available until, you know, the season ends and next season starts. And I'm assuming Goku, Gotenks, and Toppo are going to be all a part of a tier, and you're going to have to level up your star level to unlock that certain tier. But maybe for people that have grinded all the way through, they might sprinkle it in the other levels, or just, you know, increase the amount of levels you have to get. So it'll be in everybody's best interest to, you know, continuously level up their star level, just in case You know, you might be able to get them as soon as the season starts, but I'm assuming that Gotenks will, you know, have to be purchased. Now, that's all the topics that I wanted to cover about each one of these games. The more relevant games, I don't think so, but yes, Gekishin Squadra, Gotenks is releasing. They said nothing about Goku in the developer letter. Sparking Zero is, you know, becoming a really good game because of mods. You know, count on mods to carry the Dragon Ball community in their games. And FighterZ is coming back with Diamond Goku. Could just potentially spark up a new thing where FighterZ could make a comeback. And Xenoverse is releasing their 20th DLC in a span of 10 years instead of releasing another game. Everybody's going to talk about that, bro. For every time they release a DLC. So they should just go ahead and do it. But that's going to do it for this video. I've been Rose Senpai. Thank you guys for looking at Dragon Ball News. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.